Hey, this is part two in the importance of location in commercial real estate. And so I want to jump back in, and I think we left off on development in the last video and future growth. Let's talk about tenant attraction and retention. So that's two parts. Typically when we're growing, your area experiences a big uptick in development and projects and different corporations moving in. You see this growth. But then you see an attraction around that starts to attract other competition. So the top players are going to be in the market. Everybody's competing for top location, prime locations. And so it's two things as an investor is being ahead of that and also not being too far behind after excitement starts. You want to be in there. And so location matters. You got to be aware of what's happening. That starts with having connections in the community and networking. It certainly does. So location contributes to the overall appeal of a property in an area. There's a certain attraction around it. And guess what? Retention as well. And so when someone has a piece of property that they're leasing, and I tell this for a small business, look, it may be a time where the shopping center you're in, the owner may want to move you out because they want a tenant that's willing to pay more rent. And that is reality. And so you have to plan for that. And people ask me, can they do that? Oh, yes. They put a clause in there that says that we have the right to move you to another area of the shopping center should we need to move you for the needs of the business. And you say, oh, wow, how can they do that? Oh, yeah, it's in the lease. That's why it's so important to have a professional, both a broker and an attorney, to take a look at your lease. Those things are there. And most brokers, I can tell you, are totally unaware of that particular clause, especially because they put it down into a 30-page lease or a 100-page lease, and you miss it. You got to know what to look for. So please be aware, not only getting a broker and attorney, which vast majority of first-time business, second-time business owners go in, and when it's time to renegotiate, they don't do this, and then it doesn't become a problem until it's a problem. And trust me, when you're in good locations, that can happen. You can be moved to a less desirable location where you start out next to the grocery store and you end up around the corner from the grocery store. Unfortunately, it's just facts about it. Investment value. Strategic location is important because it enhances the investment value of a commercial property. So I'm kind of shifting back over into the owner of the shopping center or the owner of the strip center. When you got a great location, your investment value continues to go up. I'm sorry, that's important. And that's why it's so important getting in early or being the person that acquires a property and reposition it in an area that's changing. The fact is, investment value is totally related to location and being in the right place. Next is risk management, avoiding the penalties, baby. This risk management, success does not come without good risk management. So you got to understand how to avoid penalties or setbacks, and that may arrive if you choose the wrong location during the wrong time in a down market for poor market conditions or unfavorable demographic or zoning issues. All of those things are risks in the location and analysis of a project. Resilience in an economic downturn. A well-chosen location provides endurance during economic downturns. People sometimes don't really think this, but really being in the right place around someone that's thriving or in a strip center, or you have owning a property in an area that tends to not suffer as much as when a downturn occurs is so important. So being positioned where everything may not be going up or rising, but it's staying stable enough for you to stay in business and not run into problems. So resilience in economic downturns is important. And it's also important when you're structuring your investments, your project, and making sure money is in your investment to when risk and problems occur, where you can survive that. So structure your overall portfolio, but individually into an actual project is so important. So you don't ever want to run into a problem where your rent, you have a couple of vacancies or something like that, and then you find out that you don't have enough to pay your mortgage. You don't want that to happen. And last but not least, we talk about it all the time in my various modules, and because in commercial real estate, it's just as important as putting a deal together, and that's community impact. Being in the right community, choosing the right location in the right community is so important. Man, you want that support. You want that great community where it's lower on crime, and even if it's not, if you can be a part of the change, that's important as well. So just understand, a property that contributes positively towards the community, meaning you got a center, you bring in business, you got a strip center, you bring in businesses, you're creating jobs, amenities, and that property needs to look good. So location is everything. So I hope this helps. As always, jump in there. If you need help, say me. If you're ready to go, like right now, click on that button there. It has a link up there to schedule time with me. Thanks, and have a great day.